It's the Line Makers on Sporting News, presented by Jack Daniels. All right, folks, we got Atlanta at Tampa Bay for you this weekend, and we're looking at the Falcons, a 1.5-point favorite. It's down to 1. The total on the game, 49, came down to 48.5. We know how good Atlanta is. Well, let's just start with the Falcons. Style points in college football mean something. It hasn't meant so much in the playoffs the last few years, but Atlanta, I think it does matter to them. They are a much better team at home. The road to the Super Bowl in the NFC goes through Atlanta if they keep their foot on the pedal.
Well, they're going to keep their foot on the pedal. Here's a team that's 9-1. They could be 10-0. They got stopped by New Orleans on the goal line a few weeks back. You know, down last week, down 13-0 to Arizona. They hold them to 6 the rest of the game. They pull out the win. So they're a team that's well-rounded.
Well, they're really, really good. I mean, they won last week with Matt Ryan throwing 5 interceptions with no touchdowns. The last guy to do that and win the game was Bart Starr in 1967 to throw 5 picks and no touchdowns, and their team still won. They're obviously really good.
Let's talk about Tampa Bay. They're 8-2 against the spread. They're 8-2 to the over in the emergence of the kid Martin in the backfield. Let me start with you, Richie. Where's your power rating now for this team compared to where it was from week 1?
Yeah, that's a good point. I know Kenny White doesn't like moving a lot of his NFL ratings, but Tampa's one of the teams that I have jacked up about 2.5 points, which is a substantial move for me in the NFL.
Well, Brian, you said, 8-2 against the spread, 8-2 to the over, 7 straight overs for the Buccaneers, and they've been super impressive. Josh Freeman's been super impressive. The touchdown drive last week with 50 seconds of play, 80 yards, no timeouts, takes them down, ties the game, wins it in overtime. They've been super impressive.
This is an intangible thing. Let me just throw this at you. College kids are one thing. Professionals, they're grown men. They can tune a guy out just as quick as they'll listen to him. Schiano's an absolute candidate for Coach of the Year, and these guys have bought in.
Yeah, they've definitely played for him under his system. There's a team that quit last year. Freeman had a tremendous season 2 years ago. I think it was his rookie year. Quit last year. Started out a little slow this year, but really have picked it up. As far as the points go, and why they're playing a lot of overs is the defense is still giving up 400 yards, and that's going to have to be corrected. But I hope they don't correct it until we keep playing the over. We get some more over winners.
We're still playing the overs. We're still playing the Bucks, Rich.
Don't correct it yet.
We're riding Tampa Bay, too, or at least I am for another week.
Absolutely.
The game's more important than Tampa Bay. As important it is to Atlanta, it's more important for Tampa Bay.
No doubt about it. 2 teams playing really good football, and they're going to collide this week. Something's got to give. Atlanta at Tampa Bay.